people like Dennis Murin and Rick Baker and John Landis and Peter Jackson. Everyone came in to help me with the film and to be part of it.
The Sci-Fi Boys, for me personally, it really charts the evolution of fantastic cinema. The fact that Lord of the Rings didn't come out of nowhere.
Oh yeah, I've seen you on that crazy show with Eddie Munster.
That's it.
We all grew up with famous monsters of filmland, and this magazine was like our Bible, you know. And you know, I would save my allowance so I could get my 35 cents to buy that magazine, and it was such a special thing when, you know, it came out every like 4 months or something, and I would, like, when I finally found a place where I would sell it on a regular basis, I would walk there every weekend to make sure a new one didn't come out. It created a whole generation of people that were interested in science fiction and fantasy and horror films, and interested in the crafts, you know, like makeup and special effects and stuff. You know, we had read articles about Ray Harryhausen and Dick Smith and these guys, and so many of us got in the industry and made it, and actually changed the industry.
Like a monster, you really have to be an inventor, scientist, dentist, everything. You know, we make eyes, teeth, skin, bones.
Yeah, I've been very lucky. You know, I mean, I wasn't born into the industry and didn't know anybody in the industry. And when I was a young, you know, my fascination started when I was about 10, and I decided this is what I wanted to do with my life. And when I started meeting people in the industry, they said, basically, you're never going to get in.
The winner of 6 Academy Awards, which I can't believe. American Werewolf in London was the very first. I guess the second one was Harry and the Hendersons. There's Ed Wood in there somewhere, Nutty Professor, Men in Black, and The Grinch.
So I worked really hard, and I thank goodness, because there wasn't a plan B. I probably would have been a homeless guy.
Great. I'm here with Bill Malone.
My mom, God rest her soul, when I was like a little kid, took me to see Creature from the Black Lagoon in 3D. It warped me for the rest of my life. Science fiction and horror, I think, has gone to be sort of more Freudian, if you will. I mean, I guess it started back with Forbidden Planet in the 1950s. But, you know, I think we've kind of done all the sort of like in-your-face kind of stuff, and I think it's now the stuff that's getting scary is the stuff that's like deep inside, and that's really what we're trying to take advantage of. In House on Haunted Hill, I did this thing where it was like you saw stuff on the video camera, but when you looked away, you know, when you pulled the camera away, it wasn't there. Well, I just did a Masters of Horror, you know, one of the Masters of Horror episode called A Fair-Haired Child, and I may be doing another one, and, you know, got a few other, you know, feature things in the works.
I think a lot of the people in this documentary is just so delighted to be making movies. There's so many people like Rick Baker, Steve Johnson, Dennis Murin, all are with this, but there are many others heavily influenced by that silly magazine.
And it had articles not just about actors. I mean, it talked about Karloff, Lugosi, Lee, Cushing, you know, Vincent Price, all the great Peter Lorre, Basil Rathbone, all the great horror actors.
So it really is important, and I'm delighted to see it being given attention. Last week I just finished shooting the first of the 13 new Masters of Horror. Last year I did Dear Woman, and this one's with George Wendt. And if I don't leave now, my wife's going to kill me.
For the fans to know that at my website, which is pauldavids.com, when you go under films, the first film listed is the Sci-Fi Boys, and there's a whole Sci-Fi Boys section with pictures of everybody who's in the movie and some of the great reviews that we've gotten. There's streaming video with Peter Jackson talking about the film, and we keep adding to it all the time.